Thank you so much for our panelists, our teachers. For me, it was a sad panel in a way, because I felt like teachers are so pressed. There's no autonomy. So I made a list of no training. So we want more trainings. And they don't say we want more holidays. They say we want more trainings because we want to be better teachers, and we can't be better teachers under the constraints that we have now. So they spoke about the curriculum, the lack of autonomy, lack of institutional support. So all these things make me sad. Also, I just want to share this when Patrick said that we are so lucky and we are in a privileged position that we have a Ministry of Education behind us. And I said, well, you are so lucky because you have a Ministry of Education, full stop. So that was my immediate thing. So maybe we will have a Ministry of Education sooner or later. So thank you so much for taking the time. This is school days, so they traveled long distances, took days off. So we do appreciate your being here. And we do appreciate all of your presence. And with this, we have come to our final moment of this event. I would like to invite our partner, Ana Raquel Fernandes from the Portuguese team, University of Lisbon, who will give the concluding remarks. And thank you for doing that.
Good afternoon, distinguished colleagues, partners, and guests. It is a great honor to deliver the concluding remarks at this international stakeholder event, marking the culmination of the Deconstruct project. Over the past 2 years, we have shared a remarkable journey of research, collaboration, and educational innovation, spanning 4 countries, and it is truly inspiring to see the dedication and expertise gathered in this room today. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to the CEAUL Foundation for Social Remembrance, represented here by its director, Andrea Zoni, and the research director, Luca Coltai, and the EFTA Research Institute, represented by its director, Gabor Balas, for coordinating this project so professionally, and also to all our international partners whose contributions have been invaluable. I would also like to acknowledge for their specific contributions Keynote Catherine Meyer, Leon Saltielli, Ona Nestian Sandu, Langley, Patrick Siegele, as well as all the in-service educators from Hungary that we've just heard, namely Ingrid Aleksovics, Magdalena Zomba, Monica Mezarus, and Denis Zoka. I hope I've pronounced all this correctly. Reflecting on the project's purpose, the Deconstruct project has addressed a critical challenge of our time: Holocaust distortion. This phenomenon is increasingly pervasive in both digital and public spaces, and it threatens the integrity of historical memory, democratic values, and education itself. Through research, educational tools, and awareness-raising campaigns, Deconstruct has provided practical resources to support educators, students, policymakers, and civil society in recognizing, countering, and preventing disinformation. These efforts are not only about preserving historical truth, they are about fostering critical thinking, media literacy, and a shared commitment to justice and memory. So among the project's key achievements, I would like to focus on some of the points highlighted by Andrea Soni and Luca Coltai. The development of localized educational materials across 4 countries, which provide teachers with concrete tools to address Holocaust denial, anti-Semitism, and related distortions. The Protective Facts campaign, which has successfully raised public awareness across Greece, Hungary, Italy, and Portugal, translating global messages into local contexts. The completion of a rigorous baseline study which examined Holocaust education, students' understanding, and the challenges educators face in confronting distortion and denial. International dialogue fostered through workshops, teacher training sessions, and stakeholder engagement, ensuring that knowledge and good practices are shared widely. These achievements demonstrate the project's holistic approach, combining research, pedagogy, and outreach to create sustainable impact. After reflecting on achievements, I would like to highlight a few particularly inspiring examples from today's discussion. Dr. Myers provided us with a wider perspective and warned us about increasing anti-Semitism, Holocaust distortions, and Holocaust remembrance neglect. She reminded us that Holocaust denial is always political and it is a form of anti-Semitism, and that a bigger threat is Holocaust distortion because it involves lies, it involves, manipulates the facts, and often it is not taken seriously. It also is political, and it is a serious form of anti-Semitism. Indeed, to remember and to teach about the Holocaust is a civic duty. Moreover, in democracy, we also look to the dark parts of history in order to learn from them and build a better future. Thus, teachers are crucial. They need tools and networks, and it is crucial to learn from and about the Holocaust every day of the year. Indeed, as highlighted by Dr. Coltai, the research carried out in the Deconstruct project evinced that the main source of information is directly linked with teaching. So students trust teachers and family. Furthermore, concerning the evaluation and impact assessment of the project, the key word is change. Through teacher questionnaires, interviews with the teachers, surveys with the students, we have learned that students engage better with personal stories. And teachers are open to new methods, in particular, new tools that help develop critical thinking among students. As the Deconstruct project concludes, it is important to reflect on the lessons learned and consider the road ahead. The fight against Holocaust distortion is ongoing and requires continued collaboration, vigilance, and innovation. The panels that we've heard throughout this morning have helped us to think about future paths. So in the first panel shared by Sophie Gomba, we have heard experts talking about specifically the main changes Holocaust distortion poses today, and also how we should proceed forward. One of the main ideas was that a basic challenge is the lack of awareness. Therefore, we need to develop teacher networks to ensure sustainability. Two key words are exactly success and sustainability. We also need to look directly at AI tools and understand how we can use them, because technology is important, but in a more responsible way. So there's a need for coordination, cooperation, top-down, bottom-down approach, and strategies that are both preventive and reactive. Technology is important, as it was mentioned, but we have to invest in education, focusing on human identity and sustainability. After October 7, we have to rethink the way to counter distortion and disinformation, particularly online. And we have to empower teachers. The second panel, a panel that was chaired by Gabriela Comolli. Gabi. I believe the main focus was on bringing together the theory and the practice. And teachers focused on the challenge they face at school, basically distortion of information that can be something felt by both teachers and students alike. So there's a need to have faith in truth, to improve and to have more opportunities for teacher training, and also to strengthen critical thinking, something that can only be done through time and space. Educators need more autonomy. The national curricula has to be restructured. Microhistory is very important to be present, and there is also a need to take into account the emotions of the students, so there's a need for empathy. A good example was given. ZACO training is a good example, and it can contribute to help teacher training. There is also another important idea that came out of this panel, which is the need for media literacy and media awareness. Having said this, I will now move to our conclusions, to my final words. I encourage all of us here, educators, researchers, policymakers, and civil society representatives, to build on the foundations established by Deconstruct. Let us continue to develop resources, foster dialogue, and empower future generations to recognize and confront disinformation, bias, and historical distortion wherever it occurs. At the same time, this project reminds us that combating distortion is not only about correcting falsehoods, but also about nurturing critical thinking, empathy, and active citizenship. These values are essential in ensuring that history is remembered accurately, lessons are learned, and societies remain resilient in the face of misinformation. And just to finish, in concluding, I want to thank once again all the partners, organizers, and participants who have contributed to this remarkable endeavor. It has been a privilege to witness the commitment, creativity, and collaborations that have made Deconstruct a success. It has indeed been a great journey to participate in such a project alongside a team that is so professional, efficient, and inspiringly challenging. And to see the outcome of the project acknowledged, commented upon, and enriched by the interventions and discussions of all the participants gathered here today. Let us leave this event inspired to continue the important work we have begun to strengthen education and to ensure that truth and memory are preserved for generations to come. Thank you very much for your attention.